then we can get the bare board for further shredding or further crushing. And this is very clear to see that we can just put the bare board to the belt conveyor, while this step may need 1 workers. The whole step uses the PLC system, so it's much more labor saving. In the first step, we need to have 1 or 2 workers to put the bare board or the whole board into the belt conveyor. Then it will come to the shredder. Well, this is an optional machine. If your capacity is small, maybe more than 100 kilogram per hour or 500 kilogram, so you don't need this. It's not very suitable for you to have the shredder. It's much more expensive. But if your capacity is 1 ton per hour or bigger machine, so you can have this processed. It's a double shaft, while the blade is very durable and can be used for 2 to 3 years. So this is a shredder, and later I will show you more clearly pictures. You can have a wait. And then this is another conveyor. The shredded PCB board particles will come to the shredder. Crusher. You can see its name is hammerhead crusher. The crusher, it can crush the particles to smaller particles to 8 to 10 millimeter. This is the first one. We have the hammerhead type. It have a screen and bottom to control the material to 8 or 10 millimeter. And then this is a hammer shredder. Well, it's kind of different. The first one is hammerhead type, and the second is hammer blade type. So it can have more thin. We can get more thin particles. And in the middle of the hammerhead crusher and the hammer crusher have a magnetic separator. Between this kind of crusher is a magnetic separator to remove the iron automatically, because they have some iron. When we get some iron in the metal products, it may lower the prices. So this is also an optional machine. If you want to develop the quality of the metals, you can have this magnetic separator to separate the iron firstly, and you can solder it directly. Then just select it. This is a second crusher, the hammer crusher. Well, this is the hammer plate type. It have the blade in it, so we can control the particles to 2 to 3 millimeter. Its material of the hammer plate is high strength manganese steel. So when we get from this step, we have the material particles for 2 to 3 millimeter. Then it will come to this eddy vibrating screen. This eddy vibrating screen is also to control the material size. It have a screen in it. You can see that it have a screen in it, and it can control the crush to 20 mesh. It have a big particles, and when we have the big particles that is not suitable for this mesh, it will return to the hammer blade crusher to have a second crush. Then the smaller particles, smaller than 20 mesh, will come to the other particles to separate. Other machine to be separate. And this is the dust removal system. The whole line gets the dust removal system. Well, our machine, our whole business is a physical crushing, physical business. There is no dust between the chemical waste, or there's no smoke waste or the water pollution. The only pollution that we need to deal with is the dust. So we have this post-dust removal system we also get the cyclone dust collector and the post dust collector to control the bigger dust or the smaller dust. Well, it can use, there is a filtering bag in this post dust collector, and can used for 2 to 3 years. So the collecting rate can reach to 99.5 or up to 99.9%. So you don't need to worry about the dust or don't need to worry about the pollution during this whole line. And then we have two kinds of the separation, the air separation and the electrostatic separation. There are two separators. If you have the smaller capacity lower than 500 kg per hour, we only need electrostatic separator. But if your quality is much more larger, we can have both the air separation and the electrostatic separation. Here you can see this is the electrostatic separation and this is the air separation. The principle is kind of different between the air's is gravity and between the air separation is that it is the electrostatic conductivity. So let's first talk about the air separation. It have a screen and a wind blower. So when the chemical, when the metal and the fiber come into the screen will be vibrate and the wind will blow from the below. So the weight of the metal and the resin fiber will be different, and to blow to different places, the metal will be up to the other machine, and the resin fibers is above the metals. So this is the difference between the gravity. And just by the way, it's not necessary when your capacity is lower than 500 kg per hour. If you chose the 100 kg per hour machine capacity or the 30 kg, then we only need this electrostatic separator. So if you have any questions, you can just contact, because I don't know is there anybody in my live show. I can't see the word. So if you are in this live show, you can comment, and I will answer your questions of this whole PCB board recycling machine. And you are also welcome to come to my country, come to China, come to our factory to have a visit. We have our production area for more than 40,000 square meters. So you can come here to know more details about the whole line. Well, we talk about the electrostatic separator. It have electrostatic net and the roller inside. So because the difference between the copper and the fiber, the electrostatic is different, well, the material will be thrown out, and then we can separate the copper from the fiber, so it's to separate other raw materials. So when we just use the air separation, and the separation rate can reach to 95%. And if you choose the electrostatic separator, and the separation rate can reach 99%. So this is the advantages of our whole line of the separator. The first is 99 separation rate and is environmental friendly. We have the cyclone pole dust collector and the post dust collector. to collect the bigger dust and the smaller dust. And we also don't need some combustion system or chemical system, so there is no smoke and no natural chemical or water pollution in our whole business. And its wide application and high working efficiency. While the whole line use the PLC system, it's all automatically. Well, we just need 1 or 2 workers in the feeding system and 1 or 2 workers in the product collection system. So there is much more labor saving. If you want to have this kind of equipment, we can give you some analysis about the income and the cost. So there are some analysis. We will first know your requirements about your raw materials, your capacity, and the factories information you have. Then we can give you the certificate analysis. And then it's much more clear about different machine. You can have a look. If you are not clear, you can just comment, or you can leave your questions for us. You can see the smaller, if your capacity is small, we have the 1 kilogram per hour, which can process about 1 ton of the PCB board per day. And the biggest machine we have is 2 tons per hour. Like we can process 20 tons of the PCB board per day. So you can check the suitable capacity based on quantities of the PCB board you can collect from the waste market. And different capacities have different configurations. Well, later I will show you the difference. For example, if you chose the 100 kilogram per hour PCB board machine, the smallest one, then it contains the belt conveyor and have 2 crusher. This is the 2 crusher, the shredding, and the 2 crushers here, and the water cooling system for the second crusher, and the electrostatic separators and the dust collection. Well, we don't need the shredding and the air separations. And if you chose the 200 to 300 kilograms PCB board recycling, then the configuration is almost the same between the 100 kilogram, and the only difference is the hammer head tape is not the hammer plate. Just like this, if you chose the 100 kilogram, then we have 2 hammer plate crusher, just we can also call it hammer crushing. But if you chose the 200 to 300, then we can both get the hammer head crushing and the hammer crushing. So this is kind of different. But if you chose the 100 per ton per hour, then we can have the shredder, the 2 head shredding, and 2 crusher, the water cooling system, and the RD vibrating screen, 2 line of air separations, and 2 line of the electrostatic separations, and the post-dust collector, RD vibrate collector. The cyclone dust collector. Just the separation machine is more than the smaller one, and the dust removal system is much more than the smaller one. So this is kind of different. But all these different capacity can ensure we have the separating rate to 99%. So you can just trust about this. This is some details. You can have a look. Any questions, you can just comment. I'm sorry, I don't see your comment. And this is doing group, and you can just customize, of course, for a different type. I just introduced the different capacity, and you can just leave your number to us to know more details. Is it convenient for you to use the WhatsApp or email to contact with us? Or in China, it's very convenient to use the WhatsApp. You can just contact with us. And this is some details for the machine. You can just have a look. And any questions, you can just contact with us. Let's see it one by one. And this is the double shaft shredder. This step, the shredding machine. The first shredder, if you don't have this smelting machine, and this is the first step, the shredder. So we have the double shaft shredder. It is good in blade materials. We use the H13 alloy. So it have the high hardness and high toughness. Can use it longer time than a normal blade. All the raw materials we have in our machine use the high quality. Then the second crash. This is a hammer crash. We use the blade, the 85 manganese alloy. So, and not only the hammer crusher, we have this hammerhead crushing. We also use this 65 manganese alloy. It is good in blade materials and good toughness, high wear resistant. For this, we can just use 2 to 3 years, because some of our customers told us that they bought other companies' machine, and the blade may be very tough for very small time, very quickly. So we use this high quality of 85 manganese, and this is the electrostatic separator. And the air separator, if you have the raw material for 500 kilogram per hour, then we can have both the air separator and the electrostatic separator. It have the high electrostatic separation technology and high degree of automation, while the whole line we use the PLC system. Then we can reach to the separation rate to 99%. If your quantity is much more larger, we can both choose the air separator and the electrostatic separator. But if you maybe just only have one time of the PCB board, then we can only have the air separator is enough. Adopt Italian air suspension principle and have high separation rate, easy to operate with a vibrate frequency control knob. And you can see this is the control machine. So it's very easy, And we have the training service for you. If your workers want this kind of service, our engineer will give you the installation service and the training service. Okay, and this step, the last step, the post dust collector. With post dust can clean dust automatically and high dust remove rate for over 99.5%. We have the post dust collector and the cyclone dust collector. Well, the cyclone dust collector can collect some large particles of the dust, and the post dust will collect the smaller one, the smaller pieces of the dust. So you don't need to worry about the pollution of the whole business. There are no pollution of the chemical waste or smoke pollution or the water pollution. The only pollution is the dust, and we have the dust collector to ensure the dust removal rate is 99.5. There are some certificates. There's some certificate in our company. You can have a look from different bureau from the United Union or from China. Or if you want to have this kind of equipment, have this kind of business, you can contact with us. Then we will send you some data or some certificate. We also have our patent in different different machine. Not only the PCB board recycling machine, but also have other patent for the pyrolysis machine or the the lithium batteries recycling machine. So you can just contact with us with no more details. These are some feedback. You can have a look. So our country is our clients and in all over the world in each continent. And if you want to visit our client's factory, you're also welcomed. This is the profile of our company. The picture of our factory is in Jiaozuo City, Henan Province in China. More than 40,000 square meters. You can have a look. Well, we have the mature line, the mature technique of the manufacturing. Is it clear to see the words? Well, the name of our company is the Doing Rope, and we are a subsidiary of the Doing Rope. Name is Henan Doing Environmental Protection Technology Company, a subsidiary of the Henan Holdings. And we also have other subsidiaries for different products and in different regions. For example, we have a subsidiary in Nigeria, in Africa. So there are different kind of products, and we are a comprehensive environmental protection technology manufacturing company, integrating consulting and manufacturing, installation, and after-sales service. So we not only possess an independent technology team and who obtain the number of utilized model patent and invention patents, also have a professional manufacturing team and after-sales team to guarantee your product quality and user experience. So we have our own selling team and our own engineering team to give you the analysis and the plan for your configurations and the layout of the factory. This is the main products. Not only the PCB board, we also have the waste metals, waste plastic, electronic waste separation, and other separation equipment. For example, the waste cable wire recycling machine and some aluminium plastic recycling machine or separating machine, and the lithium battery separating machine and roller panel separation machine. This is our main products of the equipment. Some real pictures, or we can send you some real pictures or some videos to you directly, privately. We have the PCB board and aluminium plastic, radiator recycling, and other single equipment. For example, the dismelting machine. This picture is a dismelting machine. This is our clients, some project cases. You can have a look. There are your countries, and you can visit our client's factory to know more details. This is our service. The pre-sale service, or on-sale service, and after-sale service. Well, the pre-sale service includes you can visit our production workshop or the factory we have to mature the whole line of different process, different step. You can have a look, and the one-to-one device configuration scheme to give you to reach to your requirements, and the plan to equipment place site. This is the pre-sale service, and the on-sale service to check the production of the machine and communicate with equipment manufacturing process. We also have some suggest of your purification, the environmental production license, some advice, some support to you. You can contact with us. Communicate with the we just told it. And the third, after sales service, we have 1 year warranty of the quality, and the guide equipment installation and debugging. Well, we have our engineering team that can come to your factory to give you the installation service and the technical training service. You don't need to worry about. And we have our corporate company of the transportation, so you don't need to worry about the transportation, by the way. And this is the some data of our company, our clients, and the engineering team. So this is the whole information. If you are interested, you can just contact with us. Let's start from the beginning to show you how this line works. You can see here is the capacity, 100 kilograms, 300, 400 to 1 ton, 2 ton. You can comment your raw materials or the capacity to me, and I will have an introduction about the capacity of the configurations. So hello, welcome to the Doing Group. Welcome our new friends. Now we are the doing environmental protection live show to give you an introduction about the PCB board recycling machine. We can get the metals and the resin fiber from the PCB board, the circuit board, or we can just use it to destroy the data if you want. Then this is our business. You can get the metal, like the copper or some value metal, the metal from the gold from the PCB board and the circuit board, other computer board, some lithium phone, motorcycle, mobile lithium battery. You can also get the other e-waste, for example, the solar panels, some lithium battery from after the recycling machine, and get the metals. If you're interested in this kind of business, you can just contact with us. So I'm not sure is there any questions. Then I will later to introduce again about this whole line. Well, now we are doing group and founded in 2011. So we have developed 7 subsidiaries and have almost 40,000 square meters manufacturing areas. And now we're in Henan province, central of China, and welcome to come to our workshop and company to visit to know more details. And the whole line is about the physical processing, so there is no other chemical or smoke waste. You can trust about the air protections business. Then about the whole line, how to get the metal or the resin fiber from the raw material from the PCB board. I will show you. You can see this is a product, the metals and the resin fiber. We can just recycle and reuse it, or we can use the machine to destroy the data, because they may have some privacy data. Some of our clients bought this. It's just used for destroying it. And the metals, it can sell directly, or we can extract the gold or other precious metals from the raw materials. And the resin fibers is different mesh, can be used for different ways and sell to different places. For example, we get the 80 mesh or 400 mesh, but it's different. It also can be used in building bricks or ground painting or old plastic products. And the first step, if you just want to destroy the data, and we can just start from the shredder or the hammer crusher. But if you want to recycle the metal to reach the quality, then we can have this PCB board, the smelting machine in here. The smelting machine, we can remove the electrostatic components from the scrap PCB board, and after by heating it by the electricity or by the gas, then the soldering on the PCB board will be melted at the same time. After the rolling, then the components will be collide with each other and it will fall off. So we can get these components, the resistors or the chips, the wires or the capacitors, and then you can sell it directly. And then we can get the bare board for shredding and crushing. This is the first step. It's optional. If you don't want to choose, then we don't have this. And then we have to put the bare board or the whole board in the belt conveyor to the shredder. This is the first shred. If your capacity is 100 or 200, 300 kilogram per hour, then we don't need the shredder. If you are more than 500, so we can have the shredder. It's a double shade shred. So to shred it to smaller pieces, and then we can get the particles to put it into the two kind of crusher to have to reach the quality. And the first crushing is the hammerhead crushing. Hammerhead crushing uses 865 manganese alloy, and we can crash it to 8 to 10 millimeter to smaller particles. Then the blade crashing, the blade shredder, or we can call it hammer blade shredder, hammer shredder, it can crash the material to 2 to 3 millimeter. In the middle of it is a magnesis. This magnetic separator can separate the iron from the raw material. Then when we get the 2 to 3 millimeters material, we can reach it into the anti-vibrating screen to control the sizes, to ensure we get smaller particles, more than 20 mesh. And if this not reached to the standard, the bigger particles will go back to the crusher to break again. And below the screen, the smaller particles will go to the next separation. This is the air separation and the electrostatic separation between different theories, principles, and then we can get the metals separate from the resin fiber. This is a whole line. And we also get the post-dust removal system. When we have some dust, we can use this post-dust or the cyclone dust collector to collect the bigger particles and smaller particles, so there is no water, chemical, or gas during this processing. So if you are interested in our machine, you can comment or leave a message to us. And here is the Doing Live show. We're talking about how to recycle the PCB board, how to recycle the metals from the e-waste. Now, it's very welcomed to comment, or you can leave your information to us by your WhatsApp or email. This is a video. We can have a look at this. Let's start from the beginning. We got the bare board. After melting the components, then use the conveyor to convey it into the shredder, the double shade shredder. This is the first step, shredding to the pieces. And then the hammer head crashing. This is the first step. You can see this is a hammer head. It's more tough by using the 8.5 magnesis to shred it to 8 to 10 millimeters particles. And this is the second crushing by the hammer blade. You can see this is a plate to 2 to 3 millimeter. In the middle here is a magnetic separation to separate the iron. And then the particles will go to the anti-vibrating screen by vibrated, and the larger pieces. Here is the screen in it. The screen will control the sizes. The larger one will come back to the crushing, and the smaller pieces will go up to the screen to the separation rate. To the separation machine to control it to 200 mesh. 20 mesh. And then we get the air separation to separate the resin fiber and the metal. Then this is the electrostatic separator. It will come to different layout. Here is much more clear when we can have a look at this 3D video. So is there any questions? You can just comment. I'm not sure is there anybody in my live show. So if you are in it, you can leave your email or your WhatsApp, WeChat phone to us privately, or you can just type in the comment place. Then our sales manager will contact with you. So here is today's introduction about the PCB board recycling machine. If you don't have any question, then today's live show is at an end. Maybe in 2 minutes. I will make sure there's no questions here, and it's time to say goodbye now. I will wait for 1 minute. If there's no question, then I will end. We will see again for next week. Next week I will have an introduction about the solar panels recycling machine, or the furnace recycling, or the lithium battery. Well, there's some video in our just page. Well, you can subscribe us. Thank you for your subscribing and following. Thank you for your like. So we are the Doing Group, the Doing Environmental Protection Company. You can come to our company. It's in Henan Province, Central China, to have a visit about the details. So, if there is no more questions, then it's time to say goodbye. Thank you for your watching today, and we are the Doing Company. Thank you for your today's watching.